Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining today. Today, we're going to cover content repurpose strategy. Um, it's so important that with the amount of video platforms we have out there, that if we make one piece of video, if we can leverage it everywhere, it takes time for us to create a piece of content. First we write it, then we figure out how do we record it, then we go and set a date and record it, and then we edit that, we add graphics, and it takes so much time to sometimes create a good piece of content. And when I was doing that, I always wanted to make sure that I leverage that content to its max. Uh, my most important or critical platform obviously has been YouTube because of its search capabilities, as well as the way I've been able to leverage YouTube in other ways. I've been able to grow really fast there, but obviously every platform serves a different purpose. YouTube and Google are search engines, and that's why it's a great platform for you to bring organic traffic in. At the same time, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, these are great platforms for you to get your content to people that are already connected with you. But the same piece of video you can repurpose across all the other platforms. And not just video. I want to talk a little bit about how you can come up with over 35 pieces of content from just one single video that you do. And that way, you not only save a lot of time, but you're also able to maximize the reach of that one piece of content that you've created. So in today's session, we're going to cover a little bit of introduction as to who I am for those who are watching this video for the first time. We'll talk about some major platforms, major video platforms, how each platform works, and my easy to use content repurpose strategy. In the end, I'm going to show you exactly how I keep a track of where all am I repurposing the content. And sometimes it gets very inundating. Okay, did I post this video on Facebook as well? Did I post this on YouTube? Have I posted this on LinkedIn? Have I posted this on, have I tweeted about it? So I created my own very simple content repurpose strategy, and I'm going to go through that in the end. So make sure that you stay on this video till the end so you can literally copy my content repurpose strategy as well. So before we start, who am I? I'm an ex-IT guy. I'm a night owl. I'm a full-time content creator. I have a couple of YouTube channels or a couple of projects that I'm working on. Savvy BG Show is one of my YouTube channels. It's an entertainment show where I produce content with related to street interviews, celebrity interviews, and whatnot. I have around 270,000 subscribers there. With almost 37 million views. We do almost 1 million views per month. And really, this channel has allowed me to now do YouTube full-time and not have a 9-to-5 job, which is absolutely fantastic. I also have a Republic of Creators, which is my other brand or other YouTube channel. I'm guessing you're probably watching this video on that channel. This video is all about helping businesses and content creators with video, and also helping a lot of content creators who want to go full-time on how can you monetize your content and start living a life where you can just create content and make money and and enjoy and have a purpose in your life. Republic of Creators is an ecosystem of resources. So if you just type Republic of Creators on any podcast platform, on YouTube, on Instagram, or LinkedIn, you will find the content being repurposed everywhere. So we are literally an ecosystem of free resources on all different platforms to help creators and business do better with video. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you make sure you go to meetup.com and you can find Republic of Creators. Every other Thursday we meet, just like this session is going on right now, and we share knowledge about one particular session or one particular topic that could be relevant to you. So let's begin. What is repurposing content? Also known as content, it is also known as content recycling. It's a practice of reusing all or elements of existing content in order to expand that content's reach. Repurposed content is typically transformed into a new format. For example, turning a blog post into infographic. It could be turning a audio podcast into video. It can be turning a video into tweet. It can be also turned into turning video into a blog post, and you embed that video in a blog. So really, it's just about one piece of content that you've created on your master platform, and you're repurposing or recycling that content onto different platforms as well. I'm going to talk a little bit about a common content repurpose strategy, and this is a strategy that I use. I'm also going to get into the Gary V content strategy today. I think it's a little bit more advanced, and as a one-man army, it's very difficult for you to do a Gary V style content repurpose strategy, but this is a very simple content repurpose strategy that anybody can use. It starts with you taking an interview of somebody, or you can just come up with a podcast. You can simply not do this podcast. If it's someone like Gopi, who's on this meetup group today, it could just be a YouTube video that he's doing. So you can just simply cancel out this top thing right here, which is basically an audio podcast. But the way I repurpose this content is I create one audio podcast, and that audio podcast is also recorded in a video form. When I'm talking to my guest, I'm requesting them, can we do this over Zoom on a video call? Now I'm able to repurpose that audio piece of content into YouTube. And then YouTube video can now be repurposed onto LinkedIn, TikTok, also on your website and Facebook and IGTV. And each time I publish something, I can also tweet about it. So from one piece of audio podcast, I can come up with many, many different pieces of content on different platforms. This is the Gary V content model. Gary V mainly talks about not creating content, but documenting content. What he says is, don't just sit down and make videos about a certain topic, but just document everything you're doing. Like whether it's an interview that whether you're doing a phone call with somebody, record that. You know, it could be just your life. It could be someone like you, Rocky. You're just having a good time with your daughter. You're just making food. Record that, document that. It could be you documenting a little blog, or you're writing something, document that, and you can publish that. And then whatever you document now, you repurpose that content into different forms. You create that into blogs, music, as well as video, depending on, of course, what that content is that you've documented. And then you distribute, once you have it in a video form, audio form, and text form, you can now distribute it on different platforms: Instagram, Facebook, video, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn. I work with a lot of real estate agents and lawyers, people that can really use video. And sometimes my salespeople call them and they ask them, hey, are you doing video marketing? And they're like, no, we're doing enough marketing. We get it, you're doing enough marketing, but are you doing video marketing? Video marketing is now marketing. If you're not on video, unfortunately, you're not leveraging what 80% of the businesses are using. You're in that 19% that is not using video. I'll give you a quick example how important video is. Recently, I bought a vacuum cleaner, and the vacuum cleaner wasn't working, and I wanted to troubleshoot that. And I went onto their website, on YouTube, and I just typed Hosense vacuum cleaner troubleshoot, and I saw one video. And it occurred to me at that point, what if this company did not post a video about how to troubleshoot this product? Right away, the brand will lose all credibility. That you're a brand and you didn't even post a video about how to troubleshoot this. You want me to read a manual? So, and that's where I realized how important video content today is. We're talking about individual people like us, so maybe it's not that important, but if you are a brand, you have to be on a video platform. And you just being able to repurpose that content onto different platforms just spreads your message faster and to more and more people. So this is the Gary V content model. If anybody is more interested in learning more about this, go on this website called youtube.com, type Gary V content model, and you'll hear Gary V talking about this for hours and hours. Let's see an example. Now, this example is from my own brand, which is Republic of Creators. This is a screenshot of one piece of long video podcast. This is a screenshot of Spotify. You can see that these are my audio podcasts. So when I speak to a guest, I record these interviews in audio format, and I simply publish them on Spotify. I use a tool called Buzzsprout, which is a podcast distribution platform. And that platform is able to now distribute my podcast to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all the different iTunes, iHeartTunes, or iHeart Radio. So literally, again, I'm simply also repurposing my audio podcast. I go on Buzzsprout, and Buzzsprout simply uh, um, then distributes my audio podcast on 20 different audio platforms. That's kind of like repurposing within repurposing. But anyways, coming back to what we're talking about, this way I'm able to take one long video podcast with the guest I'm speaking with, and I get audio material for podcast. Now, when I'm talking to these people, when I'm talking to my guests, I'm asking them 7 to 8 very strategic questions. Each of those questions looks like, how did you start on YouTube? How to start on YouTube now? How does the YouTube algorithm work? How do you make money on YouTube? And each of these videos, each of these questions can be divided or distributed on YouTube as standalone short videos. So that way, now with one piece of audio content, I'm able to create 8 pieces of YouTube video. So with one piece of audio content, a video podcast, now I have 9 pieces of content that I can launch. Same thing, this is a screenshot of the Instagram page, Republic of Creators, and these are all IGTV videos. The same video that I posted on YouTube, I go ahead and post that on the IGTV page as well. That gives me 8 pieces of IGTV videos. Now, it's out of the scope for today for me to actually go into the depth of how you upload that. But again, you can go on YouTube and really easily find how to use IGTV. But once again, this is just basically me using the same one video podcast or the same 8 videos I created. Now I can repurpose all of that content on IGTV. Now, this is my LinkedIn. I want to share something. This is a very cool platform, very cool video platform, and it's growing very rapidly. I'm going to share a hack with you as well. But before I share that hack with you, it's the very same thing, which is if you've created 8 pieces of videos from that one audio podcast, you can just go ahead and create 8. You can upload now those 8 pieces of videos on LinkedIn as well. The way you should use LinkedIn is something I'd like to show you. So I'm going to go on to my LinkedIn page here for a second. On LinkedIn, it's important for you to know that you cannot add a thumbnail to the video. Just like YouTube, you can add a thumbnail. IGTV, you can add a thumbnail. On LinkedIn, you cannot add a thumbnail. So the way around that is that you can create a company page like this. Now, for those of you that, for example, Gopi, let's say you don't have a company page, you can just go ahead and create one. I mean, just call it Gopi Inc. or whatever you want to, maybe your channel name. But you're just creating like a little brand here. And by doing that, what will happen is you now, whenever you post a content, you don't post it on your profile. You don't go ahead here, like on homepage like this and add a video here. No, what you should do is you should go to that company page that you've created. So like this, and here is where you upload the piece of content. Here is where you click on video and you select the video to share, and you share the video on the company page. This allows you 2 things. One, when you add a company page, as you can see that there's a thumbnail that came here. So when you add content to a company page, you are able to add a thumbnail. So this is a hack I'd like to give you. You can add a thumbnail if you add something to a company page. But the other 2 cool things that you can also do when you add it to your company page, if let's say you have employees in your company, so let's say some like you, for example, John, if you have people that work in your company and they're connected to your LinkedIn company page, once every 24 hours, you can click on notify employees. And this way, all of your employees, when they log into LinkedIn, they get a message saying, hey, the company John Dean Inc. has shared a post with you. Now they can go ahead and reshare their post on their home pages. This way, not only you can add thumbnail, but you can notify employees. And also you should now be sharing this post on your homepage. So for that, you need to click on view as a member. And now you will see this post here, for example, this post, and you click on share like this. And now you share that post. What this also does is not only this shares the same post that you would have normally posted on your video, but it's also now shares your company. So people can now follow it. People are connected with you, but now you're getting them also to follow your company. So if I go to Republic of Creators, my company page, by me doing this, and I've started doing this very recently, you will actually notice if I go to my company page, insights, let's look at some insights. Well, the insights are not available. It's weird because they were till yesterday. Okay, maybe I'm still viewing as a member. Hold on. Okay, let me click here. Here, yes. So you will now see that by doing this, look at how my post impressions, it gives you some basic analytics too. I've had 45% unique visitors. I have new followers that are joining. Every day people are following my channel. These are my prospects. They're following my company page on top of being connected with me. And this tells me who is really interested in working with me if they're following me. And you can also see there's a 365% increase in my impressions because now YouTube is seeing that this page is growing. There's a lot of interaction here. LinkedIn also wants to promote pages that are doing well. But on LinkedIn, as I said, the way you repurpose your content is add that to your company page. So you can add a thumbnail, you can notify employees, and then you can reshare on your own page as well. And it looks really cool. Okay. So again, the same thing, guys, with one piece of content, you have 8 pieces of YouTube video, you have 8 pieces of IGTV video, you have 8 pieces of LinkedIn video. Same thing with Facebook. This is a screenshot of my Facebook page, Republic of Creators. All these videos can now be repurposed on Facebook as well. Whatever you write here for LinkedIn, literally just copy and paste that for Facebook and IGTV. The same thing you can just, because the last thing that we want is end up spending hours and hours in just repurposing. It should be a simple process. So with one piece of audio content, now you're able to almost have 8 into 4, 20, 8 fours are 24. Yes, 32. 32 plus one piece of audio, 33 pieces of content. And every time you post something on any of these, make a Twitter post as well. Just tweet about it. Hey, on LinkedIn, I just posted this. You tweet with that LinkedIn link. Literally, you can, from that platform, you can just go ahead and tweet. And that way, literally, if you have 35 pieces of content, you can have 35 tweets. So with one audio podcast, you're now able to come up with 70 pieces of content. And it doesn't take too long. It can be very inundating, and I'll show you a process that I use to make it super simple for me. And I spend just 15 minutes every day in the morning in repurposing my content. And I'm seeing massive growths across all different platforms for me now. So I'm going to share with you guys my content calendar, and literally you can copy this. If any one of you is interested, you can reach out to me and I can share it. But this is basically it. It's an Excel sheet. And all you do on this Excel sheet, I'm going to see if I can somehow make it a little larger. All you got to do is write down the name of the video. And if you have guest here, you can write down the name of the guest. If what type of content it is it a video? Is it an audio that you're repurposing? Whatever that is. So let's say it's a video. You really don't need these two sections like recording date, estimated upload. I just have them because I want to track what dates I recorded. But the day you publish that video on YouTube, put that date here. So let's say if this video was published, Killer YouTube Thumbnails was uploaded on the 8th of April on YouTube, I simply just go and put the date here. It tells me that this video has been published on YouTube. Another hack I'm going to give you, a really important hack. The day you upload that video on YouTube, you got to do this and this. Share the link of your YouTube video on your Facebook and LinkedIn. Simply share the link. Do not upload them natively on the same day. And the reason I'm saying this is because if you just share the link, What will happen is you're going to bring traffic from your Facebook and LinkedIn back to your YouTube video, because if you're just sharing the link when they watch the video, it's still your YouTube video that they're watching in the back end. And YouTube really cares about the first 24-hour engagement that your content gets. So you want to get more and more and more, as much as engagement as you can possibly to your YouTube content on day one, within the first 24 hours. If you're a small YouTube channel, get your friends to be like, hey, watch this, get your employees to watch it, get your employees to comment on it. The first day engagement is really, really important. So share the link only. That way you're bringing all the traffic back to YouTube from Facebook and LinkedIn. But at the same time, the purpose is to grow on Facebook and LinkedIn as well. So what I want you guys to do is also 5 to 6 days later, or 10 days later, 20 days later, whenever you have time, also upload that piece of content on Facebook and LinkedIn natively. NAT means natively. So you're literally just going and uploading the piece of content there. Unfortunately, I have taken a screenshot of one of my top sections. If I go down, you'll see like I repurpose my content everywhere. So when you share the link on Facebook, if let's say 8th of April, you'll see the same date I shared the link, 8th April, 8th April. So I know that the links have been shared. If I upload this piece of killer YouTube thumbnails on 22nd of October on Facebook natively, then I'll go ahead and put the date here. This way I now know, okay, this content has been uploaded. Now I don't need to care about it. Same thing with LinkedIn. And the reason you want to upload natively is because Facebook and LinkedIn will not show you a lot of love if you're not repurposing that content there natively. No platform likes that you're taking the traffic away from them. It kind of works negatively for you. Once your YouTube channel starts blowing up and you don't really need that first day of engagement, I would rather even suggest do not share the links anymore. Just go ahead and share, upload the content same day on Facebook and same day on LinkedIn, because you don't really care about extra 30, 40, views. And you don't want to upset Facebook and LinkedIn at all by sharing just the YouTube links. But in the beginning, you want all your traffic to be coming on YouTube. And same thing here, the moment you tweet about it the first time, put a date here. You put an Instagram picture about that post, you can put the date here. If you do an Insta video, which is IGTV, put the date here. If you can repurpose the content, on TikTok, you again put the date here. I'm doing this for my other channel, my Savvy BG, like I'm putting all my content on TikTok and I'm growing really fast there. And all I'm doing is I hired an editor who for like $100 does 50 videos. He breaks down 20 videos for me. Like I have 120 videos. In $400 now I'll be able to get all my content repurposed for TikTok. So if you can do it yourself, just hire like somebody off of Fiverr, like Fiverr.com, like a cheap editor, and get them to create content, because TikTok you can only have 60 seconds, right? And IGTV, Instagram you can only have 60 seconds. Now you have IG Reels, which is only 15 seconds. And IG Reels is showing a lot of love right now. So, but the thing is your content something that can be broken down into 50 seconds? If it is, yeah, you can repurpose it on IG Reels. But some of these platforms would be very different from how you post your videos on YouTube. But at least on Facebook, LinkedIn, and IGTV, these are no-brainer platforms that you should repurpose your content and then tweet about it. One piece of video will give you almost 70 times more traction. So that was the content calendar, guys. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please let me know. And again, for those of you who are not a part of the meetup, please go to this link, linktree.com or linktree, linkatr.ee and Republic of Creators. You can join the virtual meetup group. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, obviously Instagram, Facebook, join the conversation in our Facebook group. There's all kinds of resources that we provide to help you grow fast outside of just this session. So please go ahead and take advantage of all these resources that we have for you. Also, if you learned anything, I would love for you to go on LinkedIn, find me by the name SabbyBG, and just leave a review for me there if you'd like to. that'll be awesome. With that, this session is over. And if you have any questions, please put them down on the comment section below if you're watching this on YouTube. And you can always, send us an email or get in touch with us on any platform. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.